everyone, this is the card that we're going to make in this video. Make sure you like this card, if you comment, let me know what you like about it. Do you like the color? Do you like the stamp? Do you like the bling? Did you just enjoy watching it? I want to know what you like about it. And then we're at March 1st right now. In a couple of weeks, I'll come back on and I will pick one of those comments to be the winner of this card, and I'll put it in the mail to you. I'll reach out to you. I'll post the winner, and actually I'll post the winner, so check back and look, and then you'll have to get your address to me. All right, so be sure to check back in a couple of weeks to see if you won, so we can get your address. So just comment letting me know what you liked about it, and you could win this card. Hey there, this is Annis with Crafty Creations by Annis. Happy Monday. So I'm going to procrastinate for a little bit. I really should be preparing my tax documents, and if you're like me, that's your favorite thing to do. So I thought I would procrastinate for a little bit. So I did this card, the 6x6 card, using the Stamplistic stamps this past weekend as a class, and it's absolutely stunning. I don't know if you see the sparkle of the Swarovski crystals. It's beautiful. Everybody loved it. So I have an extra kit left, and so I thought I would make it with you and show you how simple it is to make these stunning cards with the Stamplistic stamps. Now we have a visitor joining us. This is Oreo. Say hi, Oreo. Hi. Say hi. This is Oreo. So I guess he's going to be joining us. Are you going to join us? Okay. While we craft. So also while we're crafting, I'm going to sit and show you the whole thing. Sometimes it's hard talking to yourself. So I got, and I thought these would be kind of cool, table topics. This one is happiness. So I'm just going to randomly pick out a few of these, and while I'm showing you the card, we'll find some table topics, and I would love for you to chime in, and it's literally the conversation starters. So I want to hear your opinion on the table topics too. So I figured it would be something fun to do with you, especially as I'm in this rocking recliner much more than I want to be with this crazy boot on my foot, which I will have for a few months. So let's get started. So to make this 6x6 card, or I put mine in a frame. I thought it was really, really pretty, so I put it in a frame. You're going to need a kit that I've already created, or any Stamplistic stamp. And I actually just kind of used, I think what paper it was, an old close to my heart paper pack I had, and all I did was I stamped the image, same image, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I have the same image stamped on 4 similar shades of paper 5 times. All right, I'm going to need my really good scissors that you're really comfortable cutting with, a hole punch, adhesive, a good glue that dries clear for sticking down your crystals, and crystals. This card has 45 crystals. And then I have my crystal pickup stick, which I do sell. If you want to know about it, let me know. I love them. They're fun and pretty. And then, of course, pop dots. You want to be able to pop up all your layers. I have the strips. They're just easy to use. And, of course, table topics, because I'm going to pick some random table topics for us to talk about. So the stamps that I actually used is Winning Circle, and I really do like this one because it is really simple to cut out. This was part of the monthly club with Stamplistic, excuse me. So as part of the club, you get a stamp each month. It gives you some different ideas and suggestions. I love this, the sunflower, really pretty. And then you get the layering dies to cut out your stamp, and also the large die. Now, I did not use these, and also the stamp. I did not use the dies. I didn't have a die cutter where I was, and I personally find it therapeutic to cut them out. It's not difficult. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. As I said, I cut out 5 of the same stamp, and I basically want to make sure as I lay them down, my card back is this polka dot color. I want to make sure that basically I'm just kind of contrasting the colors. So I had my lighter one, then I have more of a brown, then I have the vellum, then I went back to a brown, then I went to a blue, and then at the very center I actually used this one, the very center here. All right, so I'm also going to pick out a subject. So the table topic subject for us to get started, I'm just going to randomly pick one. Let's see. Optimistic people are liked better by others. So it has like a fact, a fun happiness fact on the one side, and the other side it gives us a question. Who is the most optimistic person you know? All right, so this is our subject while we get started. All right, I'm going to leave this out so I don't forget. We're going to start with this layer right here. So all I'm going to do to start is get rid of some of this excess. Makes it easier to move your scissor if you don't have so much paper around it. And then there's a couple of different ways you can cut this one. You can cut in and then turn and come out, but depending on what scissor you have and what control you have, you can also cut in and cut in. I mean, actually, yeah, you could even go around and do the outside, but cut in, cut in. You can even leave that top bit and come back to it. So it definitely makes it a little easier. Just realized I don't have my pen here. I have to look for it. But anyway, I think it's easier. Or another thing you can do, which I've done many a time, is you do all the same cuts in one direction so that you're not constantly having to move your hand around. So you can, say for me, you can definitely get the dies, but for me, I enjoy cutting. So then I have a whole bunch going this way. Now all I'll do is go the other way. And yes, I still have a little point on the top. I'm going to cut that off. But again, I'm just going to do all of this direction. Alright, and then I will go get rid of those little top bits, but it just kind of keeps it that you're not, so there's different ways, you know, that you're not keep constantly moving your hand around and getting tangled up in yourself. So once I've gone left, I've gone right. Now I have these little tips on the flower, and I'm just going to take those off. Alright. So lots of different ways to cut that. So while I finished cutting it, the question was, who is the most optimistic person you know? Well, I hate to say it, but I think I don't know anyone as optimistic as me. I think I live in a bubble. I don't think, I would probably, if I met myself, think they were crazy to be that optimistic. So I think I am really the most optimistic person I know. I really believe the glass is half full, and I look for the sun on a cold day and the green grass in the spring, just little things of glimmer of hope. I believe the best in people. I know I work in the retail world and I don't believe anybody steals. I like to stay positive and optimistic. And, you know, my husband says, you know, I kiss butt because I'm just, you know, trying to be nice to people all the time. But for me, I just think, I don't know, the world's such a cruel and crazy place that I don't want to dwell on that. I don't want to stress about it. So I stay optimistic. So what do you think? Are you optimistic? Do you know someone's optimistic? I know there's often someone in the family that you think is crazy. They're always just so optimistic about everything. But I really believe there's always a silver lining. There's always a good outcome to everything. So I really, yeah, other than me, my friend Pam. My friend Pam is also very optimistic and positive. So she really always sees the better side of people and gives people the benefit of the doubt and just refuses to like harp on negativity. So she's the other person I know. All right, so I have my outside layer done. So I've cut around the flower petals, and I just want to see if I have my black marker pen here to show you a trick real quick. That I don't. Where did I put it? No, I had it out for the class the other day, and I don't think I brought it back over here. No, all right. So Jen often uses in Stamplistic, uses a black pen, and she'll just use any, she has a matte, or you can use any acetate, and you're just going to use the pen to blend around the outside. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. That's too funny. I thought I was recording, and then I dropped my adhesive on the floor, so I stopped recording, and I started recording. So no, I don't know. I was recording when I thought I wasn't. Anyway, this is the pen. See, I think I thought I'd already showed you this, but I didn't. I was stopped recording when I thought I had already. So this is a monotwin pen, a really affordable pen, two-sided, one's thicker than the other. I did put down my Teflon mat, easy to clean up. Okay, so all you do is, where I've cut off the color from the ink, of course I always go over the edge, I'm not patient enough, is trace around the edge of the stamp. And I'm actually trying to keep my pen on the mat, but I get a little too overzealous. Probably try the thinner one. Let me try the thinner one. You don't notice it once it's done, but oh, see, now I get even more of it. That one is worse for me. Alright. We'll stay with the thick one. Alright. Just go around. And it will fill in any of the black where you've cut off. And it really does make a difference. Gives it a sharper image. But yes, you really do have to kind of look at what you're doing and take your time. If not, you end up jumping onto your paper and creating really thick edges. All right. So just where I have this really thick edge here, I'm going to just trim that down a little bit. There we go. Maybe this one too. Don't want to take it all off. No, start all over again. And this one, because this one's a little crazy too. All right, perfect. So that is my first layer. For my second layer, I am going to use this wood looking paper, and this one is easier to cut than the other one. We're going to come in one layer. So I already cut the flowers, so I'm going to come past the flowers, and I want to cut this circle right here. And remember, it's really easy to cut a circle if you keep your scissor still. Keep just cutting, don't move that hand, and turn your non-cutting hand. So if you're left-handed, you're going to turn it with your right. If you're right-handed, you're going to turn it with your left. But just keep your scissor in the same position. If you turn your scissor to cut, you create a new angle every time you do it. Okay. It's the same thing. I go around the edge. I feel like if I turn my paper, it keeps me going over the edge. Right, and I just have a little eyeglass cleaning cloth. I should probably dampen it a little bit to wipe off the ink. All right, so that's layer number 2. All right, and all you're going to do is now, I don't want to stick it down to this one yet because I do want to take off this one. So we're just going to keep cutting them all out. The next layer I'm going to do is the foil. Now I do want to keep this piece. I'm going to use this piece on my card. So I'm going to cut. You could use a trimmer, but I'm just going to use the line as a guide. And cut that off. And then I'm going to put this on my card later on with this little strip of blue over the top. And if it's really crooked, you can use this as a guide, or say you can just use your trimmer. But I'm going to put this on my card, like so. I am actually going to pop out the blue one, so we'll do that later. Okay. Now the only good thing to using a die is if you use a die, all your layers are still intact, so you could make multiple cards of the same with the same thing. I should try it and do both so we can see the difference. All right, so this one is done. This one, I'm going to go through the first layer, through the first circle, and then I'm going to cut. So every time I'm just taking off another layer. And the scissors I'm using, the Tim Holtz, they're kind of like a serrated edge. I really like these. These are the 7-inch ones. All right, that's that one. And then the next one is this one right here. So again, I've done this first layer, I've done the second layer, I've done the third. So I'm going to come in to these smaller dots. Just looking to make sure I'm doing the right thing. All right. If you accidentally cut the wrong layer, then you just change the other one. Okay. And then I need the blue layer. This paper, the ink really took a long time to dry, so you'll see there's a couple of little imperfections, but once I go to stick it down, you won't notice that. you're only going to see the little leaves. It'll all be fine. And then, last but not least, my top layer I'm going to take from my bottom layer. I'm taking the inside here. So I'm going to poke my scissor through here because you're not going to see that. And I'm going to cut. If you see here, we're only going to use the outside. You only see the very last layer of that one. And I want the center layer. So I'm going to free it. And then I'm going to cut it. I don't have to worry about where I stuck my scissor in. I'm trying to cut it easily while it's attached. It's my doggy here. Okay, so now I just want to go around and make sure I have my black edges. Nice. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, I really want to edge the vellum. I'm going to leave, well, yeah. The vellum's another one. Whoops. That took forever to dry. I was trying to smudge all over my hands. Alright. This one, I'm telling you, I am overzealous. I can't help but come in on that. Every single one of them is going to have a little extra black. All right. So those are those. So I'm ready to put it together. So to put it together, I'm going to use the foam strips. And all I'm going to do is take the largest one. Now, this does have a hole cut in it, so it will make it back sticky, but I'm going to stick it down to my card. I don't know what my dog is doing. He's just rolling around on the couch, making a whole bunch of noise. Alright. Okay. Now, of course, these, you can curve them. Oh, oops. Throwing the paper everywhere. Alright, so then I'm just going to center that over here underneath. Let's come over a little bit more. Okay, and the sticky here is fine. I'm going to stick that down to its base in a little minute. My next layer is the vellum. So, as I mentioned, you can, with these strips, you can kind of go around if it's easier for you to do that. However, I still would want some in the middle. With the vellum, you don't want to go too far to the edge, actually, because you might see it, because the vellum being, you know, a clear paper. I think you might see it, yeah, because it's vellum. I'm going to move that in. I'm going to move that in, just so I don't want to see it because of the vellum. So I want it to be away from the edge. Okay. Peel it back off the others. In a second, I'm going to pick another happiness subject. All right, let's see. Now this one. Now there is a grain to the wood paper. You can follow that. Keep them all the same direction or mix it up. Okay, just on my paper. Seems to be that way. Then I'm going to do the next layer. Now this paper, again, you won't see the edge of this one. If I want to go around, it would be fine. Oops. Of course, you can use your scissor to cut these, but they do tear. I probably should, because I see the camera wiggling every time I go to do that. Probably should just cut the sheet. Okay. So, put that one on top. Then I need my blue one. We're getting there. Nearly ready to bling it up. I need my blue one. Let me cut this so I don't make the camera bounce quite so much. Let me let the dog up. Hold on. You coming up, baby? Come on. Up, up. Up, up. Come on. Up. Oh, now she's not sure what she's doing. I thought Bear was coming to craft with us, but now she's just staring at me. You coming up? Come on in. All right. We have a bear joining us. Oh, yep. See, there she is. Yep, she's going to sniff what I'm doing. All right. Sit down. Good girl. All right. There's still one of the smaller piece. Still bouncing the camera. Oh, she's gone. Didn't give her enough attention. She's out of here. Alright, so then I have my blue layer. And then last but not least, I'm going to cut this a little smaller for my very tiny top layer. Now I did pop everything. You could definitely, especially when you have the contrasting paper like the vellum and one of the other papers, you could definitely not pop them all. But I just love how they look. This tape isn't particularly thick. Alright, so last one. Ta-da! So then we have all our layers. We're ready to decorate, ready to bling it up. Get this over here. Okay, sorry. Alright. Get rid of this garbage, which is very staticky, all these little bits. It's really static. Foam dots and static, hand in hand. Alright. So, now we want our crystals. In this package of crystals is one larger one. And then I need my pickup stick. I do love this, it's so pretty. It has the poker on the one end and then the hard wax. This isn't like the soft wax you use for diamond dots. This is a hard wax that will last over and over and over. It actually has a little bit of glue on it that I was just taking off when I used it last time. So it's the only time you'll need to do anything to it is to get the glue off. And then the other side has a poker. So I like to take both ends off while I'm working with it so I can move things around and stick them down. And then I have glossy accents. I love this. It's like hole keeper. I got this from my little scrapbook store and I leave it in there. How many pins I've lost on the floor, but this is not sharp and I just leave it in there. It's easy to find it back again. It's easy to find my glue. So I want to find the one gem that is bigger than the rest. Okay, here it is right here. Alright, so I'm going to put a little adhesive in the center. Just need a teeny tiny bit. And then I'm going to pick it up, put it down. As soon as it touches the glue, it will let go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to just come in a little closer while I'm decorating it for you. Oops, without blocking my vision. Alright, so I say I like the piercer on the other end, because that way if I want to move it over, if I'm not quite happy with where I put it, tried nearly, I can move it. Okay, so on this next layer I'm going to do every other. I don't put too much of this glue out ahead of time, it will start to dry, but if you're just doing a small area, you definitely can. Oh, I still have glue on here. Okay. So I'm just gonna put a crystal every other, and then I'm going to show you something really cool before I do more crystals. I want to show you how I did the bronze and blue. I really like how it is. I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I'm going to pick out another table topic, because I'm going to be diamond dotting for a little while here. I say they were the original diamond dotters, I'm telling you. Alright. Believe in something. Alright, and the back says, believe in something. What gives your life meaning? See, that's a deep one, huh? It's really, I mean, for me, I do, you know, there's definitely glue on here. Let me get the glue off. There's a big chunk of glue. Alright, good now. I do believe there is a God, and I really think that gives my life meaning. It makes stress a lot less. So I think, you know, if you're a person of faith, then that's kind of an easy answer. But I know many too, their families give them meaning, their jobs, their hobbies. What gives your life meaning? I want to show you what I'm going to do with the other layer. So I have here just a standard hole punch. This is just an office supply hole punch from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to punch, I want 20 of each color. So I can just literally just put it in my hole punch and just keep on punching. Just move it around and make, how many of us have lots of glitter paper and pretty paper? We definitely have scraps. Alright, then once I have some, I can just dump them out. And I'm also going to do that with this blue glitter paper. Now this is a very fine glitter, but you don't have to use very fine. You can use any glitter paper. And again, it's just a, oops, sorry, a little close. Just a cheapy hole punch. And I just want to get a bunch. Of course, you can really conserve and you can keep them all close together. And I'm going to skip and show you. And I'll come back to the other layer. I am going to do this layer too, but I'm going to go all the way to the end and I'm going to show you what I did. So every other, oops, not too much glue. So I went blue, and the copper color, blue, and the copper color, and I just alternated. Okay, and then once I have them all on there, on the copper, I'm going to add a crystal. How pretty is that? So you could use sequins too, and put the gem in the center of the sequin. But just a standard hole punch, and really, really cute. You could definitely use them for scrapbooking decorations, and so pretty and super easy. All right. So back to, I'm gonna, after this layer here, I'm gonna jump to this third layer. I'm not gonna do anything to the blue layer. And then on this layer, I'm gonna do every other. Because it's a larger area, I'm not gonna put all the glue down, because it will start to dry. And you'll think your crystals are stuck down until you start moving it around and they will fall off. and it was because your glue had started to dry before you stuck them down. My dog's bowl, I don't hear her crunching, is 2 rooms over. She just brought an entire mouthful of food and just dropped it on the floor here. And it's crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay. And you can use the black part just to knock them so that they're the right direction, or you can also use the end to kind of flip them around. I kind of use the black part, and it will stick and kind of flip them over. If not, I'll just pick it up, flip it over. There we go. Oh, I need more glue. Okay. Oops. Again, I like the poker because I can come back and just put it there. How many times I was using my finger and then it would stick. This is how you end up getting glue on the black when you usually just stick it down like that. Try and wipe that off so it doesn't stop sticking. But it's easy to wipe it off. I'll scrape off the glue. Whoa. But yeah, they all want to be upside down. All right, so yeah, so back to the what gives your life meaning. So again, for me, I would say faith. Oh, hold on, the dog's back. Hold on. Come on, baby. Up. Up, up. Come on, up. Come in. All right. For some, being as my little dog jumped up, I know pets. Well, this big cloud in front of the camera. My son actually has, all right, come on, sit down, puppy, has a service dog. And he's actually a psychiatric service dog. And, all right, the dog is not sitting. Sit down. So, for my son, I really do think the dog, gave his life meaning. And, hold on, I think my glue may have dried there. Okay. And that dog, saved his life. And it's amazing what a service dog can do. They also do makes him leave a situation where there's anxiety. He starts to get anxiety. The dog will act up and have him leave a room. They will wake him up if there's any alarms or sirens. So from mental health medications, often they make you sleep very, very tired. So you might not wake up from an alarm. So they will wake him up with barking and, make sure he's okay. So it's amazing what they can do. So what gives your life meaning? Is it your family, your faith, your dog, your cat, your hamster? My dog right now is being a wiggle worm, aren't you? She's like, you're not paying me any attention. I want you to pay me attention. Okie dokie. So you're just going to keep going around. That's not me. That's her this time. That's Trouble over here sitting on my lap. Now itching her leg and banging the camera. My little dog, Bear, is, I have her, you'll see her on lots of videos. She's about 8 pounds and full of attitude. Spoiled, I mean to say. Okay. All right, we're getting there. I guess I should do another table topic, or just talk about that one a little bit more, I guess. It's kind of funny though, they definitely go together, this whole happiness thing of optimism, whoa, and life giving you meaning. Because if you can't find a meaning in life, it's hard to be optimistic. You've got to have something to be optimistic about. I mean, if you have no meaning, what is there to be optimistic about? So they kind of go hand in hand. So if it's your family that gives you meaning, then you can find optimism in them and their futures and what you want best for them. If it's your animals, then you can find optimism in the happiness they bring you and just enjoying them. So I think, it depends. They definitely do go hand in hand. Definitely do. All right. One more bronze. Hopefully I have one here. I need to punch another one. Are they all sparkles? Oh, well. Oh, no. Phew. Look at that. I just randomly punched. All right. So then, in the center of each bronze, I'm going to do a gem, a crystal. Now, these are Swarovski crystals. That's why they sparkle so crazy, but you absolutely do not need to use Swarovski crystals, but it does add, it makes it. And if you go to Stamplistic, to their website, they have so many beautiful colors, and it's like $5 to $8 for 144 of each color. So they're a little expensive, but not so crazy. I mean, they really are beautiful. I mean, how much you spend on a gift card? I know you can go to the Dollar Tree and get a gift card, but for a really nice gift card, what you pay, I don't think it's so expensive. And I say with these, when you're done, you really feel a sense of accomplishment. You love what you did. But with this whole series picking up, I feel like they're the original Diamond Daughters. They've been in business a long time, and you'll see them at the expos, when we had expos, pre-COVID. I'm getting there. I'm trying to work around this dog here. See what I'm doing around her. Alright, let's see. She's literally, I should just flip the camera around and show you. She's tucked under my arm. Let me see. Let me show you where she is. How can we do this? Yes. Hey. Here she is. She's so close I can't even get her. She's literally just this little ball of fur here. Can't even see her face. Here's her eye. Let's see. There's her nose. Oh, hi, baby. She's actually tucked under my armpit. My shirt's like all rumpled up here. But she's like under my shirt. It's white. She was literally in my shirt. And that's what you get. Alright. So back at it. Ugh. Flip in the camera. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Am I making you dizzy yet? Alright. So where were we? Before we got distracted by little dogs. I went too low here. There we go. 3 more. We're done. One. Uh-oh. This one's stuck upside down. And now I move the camera down. I'm hitting the camera with my pickup stick. That's not good. Alright. Oh, I'm hitting the camera and keep knocking it off. Alright. Ta-da! Is that not beautiful? Alright, so to finish the card, let me zoom out a little bit. I am not liking where I did this big old black line here. I'm going to blend this in a little bit. Whoops, sorry. Move this camera down. Now I'm in trouble. going to try and make that look like a petal leaf here. There we go. All right, still backline, but it's, oh, camera. Hold on, let me move it up again where it was. Now I'm going to keep hitting you. All right. I am going to put this on a base. I have a 6x6 white. Back it out a little bit. Card base. And I'm using, well, the Easy Runner adhesive. I'm just going to stick this down to my card base. All right. Then I have somewhere a little strip that I cut off. Here's the blue strip. I have 2 blue strips. Okay, here's the vellum. And you can go either direction. You could go top to bottom or left to right. When I stick my vellum down, I'm going to put my adhesive right in the middle so it doesn't show through the vellum. And I'm going to eyeball the center. And then this one, I'm going to pop up. Okie dokie. Cut this piece in half. And if you are looking for foam dots, I know Stamplistic has all different sizes and shapes of the foam squares, and they're also going to be having the black strip like this. But if you're looking to get bulk adhesive foam, scrap that. You can find them on Facebook. If not, it's a Shopify website. But they have huge rolls of foam tape really affordably. All right. Then I'm going to stick this. Now, I'm not going to stick an additional height from putting this down, but I do. I'm going to go top to bottom because I want this little blemish at the bottom. So I can either have my lines run with everything, or against it, or, you know, so I'm just trying to keep these lines. Okay, but I don't want to make more height in the middle, but I do want it to even out. So I already have the sticky here, and I could always add some more if I wanted it. Felt it wasn't sticky enough after playing around, I can stick some more. And I'm going to put that to the bottom. Like so, and it's done. So there is, apart from my big black blob, my beautiful card. And then again, for mine it is going this way, but you could easily have it this way. So that is it. So that's our card. That's our 6x6 card. Again, I used the winner's circle stamp, and I want to know who is the most optimistic person you know, and what gives your life meaning. Thank you guys. Hope to see you again soon.